Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to Photoshop. So in today's class we are going to talk about a few basic topics that will cover modification of a picture. So basically what I mean by this is that we are going to talk about a few tools that we have right here. So in the past class we talked about the tool right there. And in this class, we are going to talk about a tool that looks pretty much like this one, but is a little bit more advanced. So we're going to talk about the lasso tool as well as this magic wand tool. So both of them are really interesting tools, and both of them are really useful in the case that you guys want to make some picture modifications or simply crop some things from a picture and simply bring it to another picture or add things to a picture, for example. So let's start. So basically for this class, what exactly you guys need is pretty simple. I will ask you to simply import one or a few pictures that you guys want to modify. So in my case, I'll start with this one right here. So that's the picture of a house that I want to modify. Basically, I don't want to use it as a background, so I'll come back right here. All right. So here is the picture that I want to work with. So for the first part of the course, it's pretty simple. What I want to teach you guys to work with would be the lasso tools and all the other lasso tools that exist right here. So basically, we're going to talk about this one and this one right here. Basically, the last one works pretty much as this one right there. So let's start out. So let's say, for example, I have this picture right here. And what I want to do is pretty simple. I want to take the house that I have in this picture and simply duplicate it. So to have a second house that will be somewhere right there or right there. So how exactly can I do this with Photoshop? So pretty simple. A simple way that I can do it will be with the lasso tool. So when I'm talking about the lasso tool, this tool is really useful in the case that you guys want to crop something. So let's try it out. So simply go to your lasso tool, click on it, and then you can simply crop your house if you are working with a house or any other element that you guys are working with. So basically, as you can see right now, what I'm doing is I'm simply, making the whole tour of the house. And what I can do right now, so basically when I have selected the area that I want to duplicate, I simply copy it. So in this case, I'm going to click Ctrl C and then come back here, Ctrl V. So as you can see, I have a house that is ready. So basically I have duplicated my house. Yes, it's not that beautiful because the background is not perfect. Once again, if I want to reuse it for this picture, it's not that much of a big deal. So as you can see, my house is here. So if I want, for example, to put it right there, I can do it. But once again, it's not perfect, but I am able to do it. So you get the point. So it's pretty simple. This can be the first way to do it. All right, another way that I can do it would be pretty much with the lasso tool as well. But let's say in this case that I want a better cut. So what I can use the polygonal lasso tool. So instead of working like with the normal lasso tool, I can work with the polygonal lasso tool. So what it allows me to do, it allows me to have more clean cuts. So let's say, for example, I can cut really near the house or on the house. So as you can see right here, I'm cutting directly on the house, which is pretty cool. And with all those angles, it's it's more simpler to not have the background inside of the picture. So once again, right now I'm working with with a house inside of a picture. So I don't have the choice to to actually work this way. I can't really use the other tool that is the magic tool, as I talked about it. But if, for example, I have a white background, you'll see it's way more easier to work with another tool that we will have. All right, so right now I have selected my house. So what I can do, I can simply, once again, click on Ctrl C. All right, so in this case, Control, okay. We have to work with this area right here. So Ctrl C, here we go, Ctrl V. All right, so as you can see, I just had a problem. So basically the problem was I was working on the layer number 1, when I was supposed to work on this picture right here. So basically on this layer right there. All right, so as you can see, if we delete this picture right here, this house is better cutted than the house right there. Once again, there is less detail, so less background, so it's way nicer to work with this house right here. Once again, it's not as beautiful and it's not as perfect. Once again, it's not that much of a big deal, and right now I'm just making a demonstration. So let's say we're coming back to the picture right here. We can definitely put the house right there, and we have just duplicated the houses. So basically we have two houses instead of just one. So we have this one and we have this one right here, and no one can can see the difference, which is pretty nice. So this is one tool that you guys can use to cut your pictures. All right, right now let's say that we want to work with a white background, or in this case we have something that is more complicated to work with. So let's add another picture. So in this case I selected Iron Man, which is a cool picture in my opinion. So right here, this picture has a white background, as you can see. So if I try to crop this picture using the lasso tool, once again, I'm gonna have a hard time doing it. So it's not really, it's not really worth it. So what I can do to be able to select all the details of this picture is pretty simple. I'm going to use this, the tool right here, and it's going to be the magic wand tool. So basically this tool is really amazing in the case that you guys want to cut some parts of a picture, or you want to select a certain part of a picture. So in this case we have, we want to select the Iron Man. So what we'll do, we'll simply select everything that we have right here. Then what we can do is simply click on Control C and here Control V. All right. Let me just fix it. So let's do it another way. So what we'll do right now is pretty simple. We'll just rasterize the layer. So to work with not a smart object, because it's not gonna work otherwise. And right now we'll simply delete the background of the picture. All right, so right now we have our Iron Man right here. So as you can see, it's pretty cool. We have our Iron Man that works, we have our Iron Man that here. So what we can do right now, we can simply duplicate it. So in the case that we want to have more than one Iron Man, so right now, for example, I have 3 of them. I can make it smaller. I can add it in the picture right here. So let's say, for example, I want to have one Iron Man and I want to add it, I don't know, near the house. Well, it's pretty simple. I can simply select it and click on Control T. And in this case, make it a little bit smaller. And then simply move it whatever I want in the picture. So let's say I want to move it right there. Well, it's still a little bit big. Here we go. So we have our Iron Man right here. And we can put it, for example, on the top of the building. So as you can see, it's pretty cool. We have our Iron Man right here. Now let's say that we want to add, let's say we want to do something that is a little bit more, not more advanced, but more cool. Let's say we want to put it somewhere behind the house. So we will add our second house right here. So we had our house right here. And let's say we want to put it behind the house or behind the bush. So how exactly we can do it? So there are plenty of ways that we can do it on Photoshop. We can, for example, crop the Iron Man and just leave the head. But an easy way to do it will simply be to take this layer and put it beside the layer right here. So what happens right now is that simply the house will be in front of the Iron Man. So basically, if we place the house right here, the Iron Man will simply be behind the house. So right now, as you can see, the Iron Man is behind the house. So pretty simple. The Iron Man is behind the house, even if we zoom in to see what it looks like. Here we go. So we have our Iron Man right here. So as you can see, the Iron Man is behind the fence. So once again, it's pretty cool. We can even put it, I don't know, we can put it, for example, at the top of the picture. So right here. And as you can see, he will stay behind the picture. So basically, simply by changing the layer of places, the Iron Man will stay behind the picture or the layer. So as you can see, it's pretty simple and well, pretty useful to work with this tool. So as I said, two tools that we talked about today. First of all, the lasso tool that we can use to crop pictures such as the house. And if we have more complex pictures, like for example, in this case, the Iron Man that we have added to our picture, well, it's gonna be with this tool right here. I can work with this tool right here, but let me just show you what it will look like. So once again, let's put it to 33%. I can work with this tool right here, but once again, it's gonna be a little bit more complicated to work with. So as you can see, it will select the color and it will select all the colors. So basically, if I want to crop a certain part of the picture, or I simply want to delete a certain part, well, it can be good, but in other cases, it's not the best tool to work with those types of pictures. So for now on, you know how to bring make basic modifications to some pictures. And this is exactly what I wanted to teach you inside of this course. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.